What's going on today, YouTube? Hope you guys are all having a great weekend and getting prepared for the upcoming week. If you're new to my channel, every week I go over the plays I made for the week in the stock market and what I see for the upcoming week. This whole channel is trying to help you guys out, showing you how I trade stocks and what to expect when you first get started. So if you're new, you like this kind of content, subscribe to my channel, leave a like, comment below, let me know what you think. Share it to someone else that could use it. The last week, I did make a trade. This was an okay trade, but I want to get a point across. The dollar amount that I made is not that impressive, but it is what you need to expect if you have a small account. Just want to make you guys aware. I still made around a 5% gain, which is good, but it's what you need to expect. Okay, so now we'll go into it. This was my trade. Screenshot. I took my position on Gush. I got in around got filled around 2090, basically, 2092. And I sold at 2180. So if you do that math, you get around a 5% gain. Now, this was only a $1,000 position. As a small account, I don't expect you guys to have much more than that. So with trading commissions and everything, I made around $27. And you're probably thinking, woohoo, how am I supposed to do this? But I'm here to show you guys the reality. If you have a small account, you're not going to be making hundreds, thousands of dollars like you see these other bigger people make. And I mean, I do use TD Ameritrade. I don't use Robinhood, so I do have to pay those $14 fee to get in and out of a position. So, and you can see, I'll talk about it in a little bit, but I am also in another position. I got in on Friday at $39.40 into Oil U. I'll tell you why coming up. So, why I found potential in Gush and why I covered profits. I got in when this broke the EMA line around 2080, and it was a speculative trade for me because, yes, it did cross over, but the EMA line was still trending downward. So that's why I was extra cautious with this trade. Remember, with a small account, you have to protect. So the next day, it opened. I had an alert set for when it got below $22 because I didn't want to take a loss on this position. I wanted to make sure I at least got some profits. So by the time I saw it, it was down to 2180. I put in stop loss, and that's where my trade got executed. And you do see it fell the whole way down that day. It did recover and actually have another green day, but I was protecting my gains pretty much. That's all I was doing. I was hoping it wouldn't have fell like it did and it would have just kept on going up, but it didn't happen that way. And at least I came out with a small profit. It is still a almost 5% gain. So think of it this way. Once you grow your account, if you had a $10,000 position, you would have made about $500 on this trade. That's the reality of it with a small account. If you're only trading with $1,000, $2,000, you can't expect to hit home runs all the time. You can't expect to make hundreds and thousands of dollars. Unless this stock really goes up by like 10% or so, which it can happen, it does. So to get that off, I hope you understand why I got in, why I sold. So ideally, this stock wouldn't have fell like it did that second day, and I could have got a much higher gain. Now we're going to go to Oil U. I had an alert set to let me know when I got to a certain point, and then I took a position at $39.40. I'm still in this position. I'm holding it over the weekend. It's a long weekend. Hopefully this starts an uptrend, and I'm looking to sell at the lowest around here, which would be like 10% gain, and at the most 25% gain. So that's my plan on that stock. And now for the upcoming week, one stock I am really watching and want to get in position for is UGAZ. This is a stock I see one of the highest values in coming for this upcoming week. It has potential for a 53% gain. At the lowest, it has potential for about a 10% gain if it hits this threshold and holds. And it's consolidating nicely right near the other 6-month lows. So I'm hoping when this crosses over the EMA line, that's why I have alerts set. When it crosses over, I'm going to take a position. I'm hoping this is one of my biggest gains so far for this year. So you guys, I'm watching that, and UGT. I went over this in a different video, but Reason I'm not too crazy about NUGT right now is because it's kind of in the middle, and I think the risk is higher than the reward, so I'm not going to enter, and I'm not looking at that right now. If it falls the whole way back down to its support at 24, then I'll start looking at it. Same with USLV. If it falls down this support, I'll start looking at it. JNUG, same. DRN. DRN's another one I'm watching. It has a little, I mean, it was way oversold, but I have that line drawn there. Because if you go to a 3-year, it's going to have resistance right here. But look, even here, guys, that's why I have this line drawn way down here. Because it's a double bottom right here. So that's another support level for where it is right now. If it crosses this resistance level, I see a lot of value in it, because even if it goes to here, that's a 10% gain. And if it goes up to here, it's 22%. And if it goes back up to its highs, that's a 40% gain. So I'm waiting for it to cross over this 1750 mark and hold. If it does, I mean, I could have took a position down here, but I was worried it was going to keep falling. So that's why I didn't. Like right here, as I've talked about before, my reward was about 10% and my risk was about 15%. So I didn't find it as a good trade to get into, even though it is so far down over its 6-month highs. Gosh, it could still be on an uptrend, but until it breaks past this resistance level I have drawn right here, I don't see a good trade. But if it does, it has potential for 22% gain. Dust, same thing. It has a ways to go to break over that EMA line, but WTR would have been a nice little trade. I didn't catch it in time, so I'm not into it. And another thing about WTR, to get to this line, it's only about a 4% gain. So this stock, I mean, that's why I'm really not looking into it, because the other ones I'm watching have a lot more potential than this one. So I'd rather get in one with higher potential than just getting a 4 or 8% gain. Yes, I'm not saying that's bad, but I'd rather go, if the other plays set up how I want them to play, I'd rather get into those. And yeah, you guessed, that's the one I'm watching big time right now, because I see the highest potential for a profit. I'm going to really start looking at it around that $55 level. Get a potential for a 50% gain. That would be awesome. So guys, from this video, I hope you see that with a small account, those gains of hundreds and thousands of dollars are just unrealistic. You're still making good trades. That's why I always say, look at the percentage value instead of the dollar value. If you learn with a small account how to be disciplined and take the right trades, as long as you're profiting, that's a good sign. Because once you do have more money, then you'll start making the big money that you see everyone else making. But you just need to be realistic. Be realistic and be disciplined. Get those percentage gains. You'll be a successful trader. I think it's most important when you have a small account to learn how to be disciplined, because when you have a large account, when you start with a large account and you lose money, what good is that? If you're trading with more and losing more, it's no good. But if you're getting with good habits with this small account, the dollar gains that you're looking for will come one day. You just have to be patient and keep on getting into the right setups. Stay with it. Stick with it. Keep on getting those small gains. They add up. Small gains add up, and then you'll have a larger account turn into large gains, as long as you use the same methods you used when you had a small account. So if you like this video, leave a like below, subscribe to my channel, comment if you have any questions, and I will see you guys tomorrow.